Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a great day. It is so cold in Whistler right now. Got some wind coming down from the north, and yeah, today I think ambient temps this morning were like negative 25 Celsius, and I was out there kind of a little bit later in the day. Got out there in the afternoon for a couple hours, and it was like I think around 5 degrees Fahrenheit. I think more like negative 15 Celsius. It was really cold. So yeah, still good out there. We haven't got any new snow, but if I wish we would, I'm sure it'd be super lightweight. But anyways, yeah, hope you guys have some good conditions wherever you guys are at. Welcome to the live chat here. Monday again, going to be going live for about an hour. Going to try to answer as many questions as I can for you guys. Anything snowboard related, traveling, gear. Let me know. Go ahead, start dropping those comments. Also, let me know where in the world you're joining from. It's always awesome to hear where you guys are at. And I appreciate all you guys being here. I already got like 50 people on the chat. Thanks, guys. Let's see who all is on the live chat already. We got Joe Kraus asking about to do a video for kind of cheap snowboard gear if you need to. Yeah, that'd be a good one for sure. Kearney, Dakota Krebs. What's up, man? Malpractice, the zombie biker, Catma man, Daniel Pincher from Australia. What's up, guys? Miles Wilkin, how's it going, man? Osvaldo, did my first cliff jump at Vail, almost landed it. Tips on landing cliff jumps. Sick, man. Yeah, that's awesome. You're starting to step it up to some cliff drops. Definitely try to scope the landing if you can, so you know what you're getting yourself into. If it's like a nice powder landing, I would say if you're on kind of like an all mountain or twinish style board, you definitely want to land a little bit back seat. Generally, I'd say slightly back seat. Some boards, like maybe on like the Orca or like the Travis Rice TRS or some of those more powder shapes or rocker dominant shapes, you can land a little bit more centered. But yeah, just get ready for an impact. Keep it a little bit back seat, and hopefully you'll be riding them away, man. What's up, guys? Let's see where was I at here. Oh man, so many people have hopped on. What's up, everybody? Ethan McKinney, KJ, Vladimir, Anthony Correa, Lawrence Grande at Whistler right now, here till Wednesday morning. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take tomorrow off. We're actually going to be leaving for Jackson Hole Wednesday morning, so going to do some exploring out there. Super stoked to check out that area. And yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff to take care of the last day and get all packed up. But hopefully you have a good time at Whistler, man. It was nice and sunny today. Hopefully it'll be sunny again tomorrow. Vladimir, how's the Arc'teryx Atom for a mid layer? Awesome, man. Yeah, I actually just did a video today on how to layer for like really cold days like we have out here in Whistler right now, and I think it's going to be really cold in Jackson as well. And yeah, the Arc'teryx Atom LT is what I use for a mid layer, and I'm super stoked on it, man. It's one of my favorite pieces of gear that I have just in general. I wear all the time, even when I'm not snowboarding. It's a great piece to have, and I really like the Atom LT because it's got the kind of vented sides. So when you're doing that more dynamic stuff, maybe you're doing some hiking or some kind of higher energy snowboarding, there is the possibility for that heat to escape a little bit. So yeah, highly recommend the Atom LT. I know it's kind of expensive, but I think it's worth the investment. But there are some more affordable mid layers out there as well. Thanks for the question, man. Working Class Active from California. What's up, man? Ryan, Colby, Mike Johnston from Ontario. What's up, man? Thanks for hopping on. T25, how's it going, man? Harrison Cop, Tanner Height in Colorado. When am I coming back? In March. I'll be back in Colorado in March. I'll keep you guys posted. I don't have the flight booked quite yet, but I think it's going to be kind of mid-March. I'm looking forward to it. Ride Beside, what's up, man? Zed Wild, Shariah, Whole mountains are closed in Alberta. It's so cold. Negative 35 Celsius. That's crazy. Yeah, with the wind chill here in Whistler, it was around negative 30, but the ambient was like hovering around negative 15, negative 20 Celsius today. Still extremely cold. I was fully bundled. That's for certain. Yo, guys. Oh, got the first super chat. I was actually just about to call that out. So yeah, this is a super chat. If you want to donate to the channel or highlight your question to make sure that I see it, I definitely appreciate the super chats, guys. And the first one here is from Shayan Aliabadi. Thanks for the super chat, man. Just came from the Buckhouse live stream. Nice. I was wondering how you set up your POW specific board, like stance and setback or anything like that. Awesome. Great question, man. Shout out to Jonathan Buckhouse. Definitely check out his channel as well. Hope you're doing well, Jonathan, if you see this, and I'll see you in Colorado soon. But as far as setting up a POW specific board, I don't do too much. So on something like recently, I was on the Burton Skeleton key, so there's going to be a review coming out on that soon. But it has a 5 centimeter setback, so I actually just kind of set the stance up at the reference point. I think I moved my back foot back slightly, like maybe a centimeter, just because I wanted the stance to be a little bit wider. And that seemed to be fine. And as far as the stance angles go, normally I ride positive 15, negative 15, just a twin duck stance. And on a more directional style board, I just bring that back foot into negative 12. That's really all that I do. That 3 degrees is enough to make it noticeable for me. And that's just kind of what I like to do. On the Kazu, I will like in Japan, I was setting the stance back a good bit, like about an inch from the reference. So yeah, if you're on a twin, like I rode the Outer Space Living for a day, testing it out in powder here recently in Whistler, and I just set it back literally as far as it could go. So I put the front foot as far back as it would go, and I just kind of matched the back foot so that I had the stance width that I wanted. And that's kind of what I do for the setback and stuff there. It's a good question, man. And we got NGen with the super chat. What's up, man? Shout out 303 crew. Dude, I was wearing the Volcom sweater today, the crew neck. Been wearing that a lot more. I think it's a really good layering piece. And just hashtag Splitburger Fund. Thanks, man. Yeah, we've been hitting up Splitburger a lot with the guys from Ravenianic here in town. And really just in general. It's a great spot. If you're in Whistler, check out Splitburger. Or Splitsburger. Mike Stack, do you have a full-time job, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, man, full-time YouTuber, man. It takes up, it really is a full-time job, dude. It is going all in this year. But yeah, nothing outside of YouTube for the winter. I did have a job. I worked for Evo, as a lot of you guys may know, and I left in August to kind of do this full-time for the winter. All right, guys. Just back out in the general chat here. Tamir, what's up, man? Maximus VES, how's it going? Paulo, what's up, man? Ryan, can you try pronouncing my last name? Patyi? There, yeah, I'm not going to try more than once. I'm going to get myself into trouble. We got Narav on the chat and Yannick. What's up, guys? Nick. Got the Never Summer Proto, but I don't know which bindings to get. What are your thoughts? I'd probably go Stratas or Atlases on the Proto. Honestly, I'd probably go Atlas. That's just one of my favorite bindings. I think it's, just a little bit more responsive than the Strata. I really would like to do kind of a side-by-side test, but I think either of those would be great. Or if you're looking for a bit of a more budget solution, you could always go Union Force. But yeah, I'd probably go Strata or Atlas. Crimson Project. Got the War Pig last season based on my advice and the T-Rice Pro from Kevin's advice. Awesome, man. Sick. Yeah, hope you're liking those boards. Both really solid boards. Chris is on the T-Rice Pro this year. He's really been enjoying it. Yeah, I'm still a big fan of the War Pig. I think it's a very unique snowboard. I have the Twin Pig this year, as some of you guys may know, but I really haven't had the chance to ride it much. It's just been kind of like a only powder season. It's really weird. Never had this before, but yeah, I think I've gotten like 2 park days or 3 maybe. And yeah, haven't busted out the Twin Pig really much this year. Not at all, really. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Mike Stack, have you broken your nose before? Yeah, if you, it might be pretty obvious from this angle. It's like if I go sideways, that side doesn't look so bad, but then if you go this way, you can see a difference there. Yes, I have broken my nose, and that was actually when I used to not wear a helmet. And I'll quickly say the story. I was competing back east. It was like a nighttime rail jam. It was real icy. Fell, hit like direct hit, like face hit on the ice. Broke my nose in 2 places, and yeah, it was unfortunate. And now I wear a helmet full time with the brim and goggles. And I would like to think that would have helped. Can't be certain, but yeah, wear a helmet. Definitely wear a helmet. Wow. Hold on. What? Um, Ride Beside with the super chat. Here's to full-time YouTubing. Enjoy Jackson. They're getting pounded right now. Yeah, I've seen that. The forecast looks amazing. I think the snow unfortunately stops like right as we get there, but I'm still really looking forward to it. I've got a buddy who's living out there this year, so hopefully he'll be able to show us some POW stashes and kind of find those spots that are harder to get to, and hopefully we'll still find some good stuff. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun just to explore. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think Corbett's Couloir is going to be open, so really stoked to check that out as well. And it should be a good trip. Thank you, man. And Crimson Project, this is insane. Crimson, thank you so much. That's wow. Mega super chat. Thank you, man. Watching from Eastern Pennsylvania. Bought the War Pig and T-Rice Pro based on mine and Kevin's recommendation. Love them. Teaching my 3-year-old to snowboard this season. Any tips on where to start off? Man, epic. Yeah, again, super stoked you're really enjoying those boards. And that's awesome. You're teaching your kid to ride at such a young age. So I'm not super knowledgeable in that regard. I've seen a lot of people, especially when they're really young like that, to start off on skis and then switch to snowboard. I think maybe a little bit older, like 4 or 5. But I don't see why you couldn't start off on a snowboard. So I would say, um, just I would start at 3 years old. I mean, I don't know what kind of like agility balance level your 3-year-old is at, but maybe try to get one of those boards that kind of has like the rope that you can attach to the front of the board. Just start kind of pulling them along a nice mellow flat area. Find like some nice sunny days to take them out there, bundle them up, spend some time with the family, and just kind of get them comfortable sliding on snow. And then I don't know if 3 years old is too young, but I think it'd be awesome if they could actually independently slide on the snow by the end of the season, depending how many days you guys are able to get out there. So I would say the one thing I've noticed with those boards is some of them actually don't have metal edges. So maybe if you're really trying to spend a lot of days out there and kind of get that progression going, try to get on one of those children's boards that have the metal edges. I think the Burtons do, the Libtecs do. Some of the Burtons do. All the Libtecs do, I believe. Some of the Burtons are just for like kind of doing the pull around style. So yeah, good luck, guys. That's epic that you're doing that with your family. And yeah, wish you guys all the best. Hope you guys get some good snow and storms over in Pennsylvania, or head down to North Carolina maybe. And Crimson, man, thank you so much for the super chat. That's incredible. That's awesome. Chi Ming Chu with another super chat here. Hey TJ, this is Chi Ming, where we met at Whistler around Christmas. Yeah, I remember you guys down over there at the exit of Spanky's Ladder, right by where the Whiskey Jacks come. Wendy's birthday is coming up on February 12th. Can you please wish her a happy birthday? It would mean the world to her. Thanks, bro. Absolutely, man. I'll wish her a happy birthday right now. And if you hit me up on Instagram, I can like send over a video that you can show her like on her birthday if you want. But Wendy, happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day. Hope you get to go snowboard. It was awesome to meet you guys. Hope y'all make it back up to Whistler or at least get some good snow or surfing or whatever you guys are doing wherever you're at. Happy birthday, Wendy. And I hope you're doing well too, Chi Ming, man. Yeah, it was great to meet you guys. And let's see. Nakeen with the super chat. Hey man, could you recommend some GoPro settings? Your footage always looks so crisp. Shout out from Norway. P.S. You guys should plan a trip here. We got good pow. Dude, thanks, man. Norway is definitely on the list. I would love to get out there sometime soon. Yeah, the next Europe trip, if we could get to Norway, that'd be incredible. And thank you for the compliment on the GoPro footage. I appreciate it, man. The settings I use is honestly, I keep it pretty basic, man. I know they got the Pro Tune. You can actually get pretty detailed with it if you want. If like you're into that, cinematography, you can kind of, obviously you can choose the frame rate. I do that, but you can also choose like the ISO. You can choose the shutter speed, things like that. I think you can custom do the white balance, but I don't mess with any of that. I pretty much leave it all on auto. I do auto low light. I have the stabilization turned on, and I film at 1080p 60 for the most part. If I want to get that super slow motion, I'll do 1080 120. There have been times where I'll shoot at 2.7 60, so 2.7K resolution. Just having that little bit of extra resolution allows you to crop in if you'd like. At 2.7, you can crop in 150%, so it's a decent little zoom in there, and then the final product is still a full 1080p HD. So yeah, those are the settings, man. Those seem to work out really well. I do a tiny bit of color correction in Premiere, but it's like super basic. There's like a little bit of brightness and contrast and saturation, maybe a couple other settings like with the shadows and like the highs and lows and stuff, but very, very basic. And I just have it saved as a preset, and I just do an adjustment layer and do just my default brightness and saturation contrast on all the clips. And that's about it. Sometimes I'll go in there and adjust it a little bit more. That can actually make a pretty big difference, even just like the basic correction. So maybe look into that too. But yeah, that's kind of what I do, man. I appreciate it. All right. Carmela King, didn't you live in Colorado before? Yeah, so I lived in Colorado for 4 full years, I think just over 4 years, and originally from North Carolina. But yeah, I've throughout the whole board review process, that's all been in Colorado, and yeah, it's cool to be in Whistler though. Whistler is like a really different place, like the whole vibe of the town, the mountain, the snow, it's all different. So it's cool to be here for sure. Switch it up. Got a lot of love for Colorado though, and definitely will be back soon, actually in March. So, Super L. I have issues with heel cup drag on my Union Force bindings. Any recommendations for bindings that have less drag slash stick out less? Honestly, I think Union is probably your best bet since they have the adjustable heel cup. So I don't know if you've actually gone in and adjusted it, but the default, the heel cup is all the way out at level 2, and it goes in 2 levels down to 0. And really the idea there is to get your boot centered over the footbed of your binding. So when you have if you put the binding on the board and put the boot in the binding and you look down the board like long ways, you want to have an even amount of heel drag and toe, or heel sticking out and toe sticking out. So if the heel sticking out too far, you can push that heel cup in and make that adjustment and get that centered. So yeah, maybe you can push the heel cup in and that'll help you with your heel drag, man. I'm sorry to hear you're having issues. Yugtesh, where do you get stickers for your board? Thanks for the plug, man. So I do have stickers available. If any of you guys are interested, there's actually a link in the description right now. I would be super stoked if you check it out. It's like $1 or $2 shipping, depending where you are in the world. And yeah, I'm hyped on them. Get 8 stickers, and I think it's a pretty reasonable price, and I would be super stoked for you guys to rep the stickers. So check it out. Ride beside. Do you use the super wide setting on the GoPro 7 or just wide? Oh man, that's that. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that setting when I was talking about the GoPro just a moment ago. So normally I film pretty much everything in linear mode, except for when I'm doing like the selfie stick stuff. In order to get your whole body in the frame, you have to be in super view. Or if I'm doing the helmet cam, I also go super view, so you can get like a little bit of the board in there, but you can still get mainly the landscape and kind of see where you're going. So yeah, super view for those two scenarios. Otherwise, if I'm like talking to the camera or filming other people, I find it to be much better to be in linear mode. Good question, man. Let me make sure I didn't miss any other super chats. Okay, I think we're all caught up here. Thanks, guys. Urban Shredders. Hey TJ, we're going to Austria and want to vlog. Would you recommend the GoPro Hero 7 or the Insta360 One X for the trip? If you just have the one camera, I think you have to go GoPro, man. Simply because of the microphone. You can't do any talking to the camera really with the Insta360 One X. Also, as you're filming snowboarding or even just walking around, you get so much wind noise that you pretty much have to just delete the audio track on the footage, so you're not really getting any audio with the Insta360 One X. So yeah, that would be my 2 cents. I think that the Insta360 One X is a really versatile camera. It's cool, all the different like angles and things that you can do with it, but you can't vlog with it independently because you can't do any talking. So I did see that they put out a new desktop software, so I want to try that out because that's been my biggest upset with the camera is editing has taken forever. So hopefully that kind of helps with that. But yeah, still a good camera to have as long as you have something else to talk to if you're vlogging. We got McRed, Derek Grindiga. What's up, man? I recognize the logo there you got. Yo, TJ, glad to finally catch you again. Hope you're doing well, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, good to see you too. Thanks for hopping on the live chat, man. Snowman Border just got a Sandbox helmet, the blue one. Nice, man. Yeah, been rocking Sandbox for, I think this is my 6th or 7th season with that Classic 2.0. I'm a fan. Sick, man. Mal, is the reference point the center of the front insert pack if not marked? I find, generally speaking, the reference stance is the second in. So yeah, if you start at the very inside of the front insert pack and you go out one more, that would be the inside for the reference stance. Usually, if it wasn't marked, that's what I would default to. And then same on the back side, so you have match that width and you go wider and wider from there. Sam, have you ever been to Tremblant? I have not. No, I would like to. Definitely would like to do some more exploring and get to that part of the country, but no, not at this point, man. La Dorada, have you ever tried a Unity board? They're made in Colorado. I've heard of them, but I haven't tried one yet. No Unity boards yet, man. Bucks Nabes, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. Rode my first POW this weekend. Epic, dude. Yeah, hope everyone's getting into the POW. Miles Wilkin, will y'all ever do an advanced rail tricks video? I did one last year, 10 advanced rail tricks. If you search YouTube, it'll pop up on Snowboard Procamp, or you can just go search Snowboard Procamp. That was a fun one, 10 tricks, 10 advanced tricks on a down tube there on Blackcomb. That was a really fun day. Definitely, yeah, check it out, man. I'm pretty stoked on that video. I was on the No Bad Day Ambition that day. Or super stiff board, not super jibby, but I decided to do a jib video, and it was fun. All right, and we got Chi Ming here with another super chat. TJ, I saw you filming Kevin in front of him. How do you keep your backhand stand still? Does it matter if he rides switch? Does the settings really matter? That's a really great shot, man. Awesome, thank you. So that shot is definitely it's best to do it with the gimbal. Honestly, the Karma grip has been failing us lately. It's really just due to the cold weather. Because as soon as we got it back in warmer weather, it worked totally fine. But like we pretty much couldn't use it at all in the Japan trip because it just wasn't working in the cold weather. But if everything is working, yeah, you basically just point the gimbal um, uphill, and there is a little bit of kind of play where the gimbal kind of can stay looking in one direction, so that makes it much easier. If you just have like the 7 with the stabilization on and you're pointing it uphill, it's still pretty difficult, honestly. Especially because if you're going through any kind of treacherous stuff, you're like waving your arm around. Yeah, it's much harder. So yeah, I would go for that with the gimbal, and just try to ride, maybe like 60%, so you can kind of stay as much in control as you can. And I wouldn't say that, yeah, riding switch regular doesn't matter because you're in front of him. And the settings, I would honestly film that in linear. If you do feel like linear is too hard, you're losing the rider, you're cutting their head off, you're cutting the board out of the frame, you can try to switch it to wide mode, and maybe that'll help as well. Sometimes for like tricky stuff, we'll film in wide, but yeah, it looks a little bit further away in wide mode. So linear is like kind of naturally looks closer right in the camera, so you don't have to do any zooming or cropping or worry about losing resolution by doing that post. So that'd be my tips for that, man. Good luck trying to get that shot. That is a fun one. Mm. Ryan, what's your worst injury in snowboarding and how? I broke my ankle. I've had a bunch of injuries, but yeah, the worst one I would say is when I broke my ankle and I was doing a jump at Keystone. I was learning 720s, came up short, and yep, no good. Hopefully, hope you guys never hurt your ankle or your knee. Thankfully, I haven't hurt my knee yet. So, Snowman Border, have you been to Bryan Head in Utah or Copper Mountain in Colorado? Never to Bryan Head in Utah, and I have ridden Copper a handful of times in Colorado. We were there this past summer, which was really cool. I've ridden the SIA On Snow demo, and I've been there maybe like 6 or 7 days. Outside of that, I haven't got a chance to ride Copper too much because I've typically always had the Epic Pass. I do have the Icon this year, so I'm hoping to get some time at Copper when I go in March. But yeah, haven't rode at Copper a whole lot. Crazy park there though. Haven't explored the rest of the mountain too much. I'm sure there's some good trees and other things to ride as well, but their park is really, really good. Yeah, Woodward does a great job. Awesome, guys. Thanks for all the questions here. Thanks for hanging out. We got 133 people on the chat right now. And I think something that's been happening on the live chats is the likes aren't coming through. So it says 0 likes for me right now, but I would like to think that there's a few. I'm sure there are. It's just lagging. But yeah, if you guys want to like the video, give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Helps kind of let more people find it. We're here every Monday. And yeah, I'm stoked you guys are here. 130 people. Let's see if we can get it up to 50. I don't know what it's at, 100. But yeah, that'd be awesome, guys. And a couple more super chats here. J. Cole, how do I stop spending all my money on snowboard gear? Just kidding, kinda. Come back to Colorado soon. We miss you, dude. I miss everyone in Colorado as well. But I'm sure you guys are having a great season. And yeah, we'll be back soon, man. Looking forward to spending some time in Colorado. Yeah, dude, that's the dilemma. I'm looking at some new stuff right now. I'm actually about to get a little bit more camera stuff. I'm looking at maybe getting a new gimbal, actually. Speaking of gimbals, I'll keep you guys posted on that. And I've been talking about getting new boots for a while, so that might go down. I might end up just toughing it out with the Adidas the rest of the season. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence there. Looking at some other stuff as well, but yeah, it's tough, man. Actually, I did just get some new gloves. But it's because it's so cold. I got the AK oven mitt, the warmest glove I could find, and they seriously are super warm. My hands were not cold today, so that was awesome. It was a good investment. Paulo, what's up, man? I'll keep an eye out for your question, but thank you for the support, Paul. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great season in Utah. And Daniel Pincher. Yo, TJ, cheers for the GoPro 7 video. Were those comments specific to the 7 Black? Thinking about the 7 White on my budget. Hashtag send snow. 116 Fahrenheit in my city recently. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's like the exact opposite of what we have going on right now. That's insane. That's like the hottest temperatures I've ever been in, and today was like some of the coldest I've ever been in. That's crazy, man. Well, I hope you get out to some snow soon. And yeah, so my comments were specific to the GoPro Hero 7 Black because that's specifically the camera that I've been using. And I've been seeing in the comments that a lot of people were kind of like viewing the video as like a warning, like not to buy the camera. And I still think, I just want to clarify here, it's totally worth buying. I use it every day. I used it today. It's an amazing camera. And you know, those things I mentioned in the video, they are pretty annoying. Most of them are you can overcome though. Except for when I lost those clips. But I used the SanDisk Extreme Pro memory card, but I just got a new one that I think is a little bit better. So hopefully that never happens again. But yeah, the Hero 7 is still the best camera on the market right now. The stabilization is next level. The mic has been improved a ton. There's actually 3 mics on the camera. The picture quality is great. And I still back that camera, and I'm still going to use it every day. So I'm glad you saw that video though, man. I think you know, you gotta call them out, right? Like there are some issues with it, so it is what it is. Jen with the super chat. TJ, just buy some new boots. They're so important, buddy. All right, dude. Thank you for the super chat, Jen. I appreciate it, man. I guess I gotta go out and buy some boots now. I'm looking at the Tridents, Ride Tridents. What do you think, Jen? I don't know. I could go back to 32, but I kind of like exploring some different brands. I kind of want to stick to Adidas, but the boot that I would want to get that's like one step up from the ADV Tactical is pretty much sold out except for size 11 where I was looking. And I don't know, I'm looking at the Tridents. That's like number 1 for me right now, but I might just go in to Evo when I'm in Denver and just try on some boots and maybe get something else. But yeah, maybe the Tridents. And Nakeen, last question. Do you use back support? If not, would you recommend it? I feel like I'm an intermediate rider, but the thought of breaking my back haunts me. Keep it up with the good videos. Oh man, dude, you got to get that out of your head. You know, I guess technically anything's possible. Snowboarding is definitely a dangerous sport, but you know, I don't know that many people that wear back protection. I think that would kind of be a little bit cumbersome. I don't know if it would actually prevent any kind of maneuverability if you did have a back protector on. I know that there are, I think Sweep Protection makes one. There are some companies that make it out there. So it is an option if you want to go for it and try it and just see how it feels. Maybe you can find it in a store or order it somewhere where it can like come in, and then, you know, if you don't like it, you can return it on the spot or something like that. But no, I don't wear any back protection. I don't think I wouldn't recommend it just because I don't have any experience with it. But I think if that's something that's really bothering you and it's going to give you that confidence to snowboard at the level that you know you can, but you've got like some kind of mental block, then maybe that is a good thing. But yeah, the only thing I really wear is the helmet, honestly. Sometimes I'll wear like a knee brace if one of my knees are sore, but not knee pads or wrist guards, just the helmet. And I definitely would recommend everyone to wear a helmet. Thanks for all the super chats, guys. Brandon, are you still liking the Ride Twin Pig? I haven't ridden it since Austria. It actually has a core shot that I got to get fixed. That's part of the reason I haven't been riding it. I hit a little kind of pebble that was in the snow in Austria. But yeah, I think as soon as we get more park days, hopefully after this Jackson trip, I'll probably be riding the Twin Pig more. I want to get on it, and I definitely am still a big fan of it. And yeah, it's a great board. I'm going to ride it more this season for sure. Rodrigo, hello. You can use the icon pass at Valle Nevado, Chile. Let us know if you guys are coming so we can say hello. Awesome, man. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, we are planning on doing a South America trip this summer. I think we're going to come in August. So we don't have any of the flights booked or anything yet, but I think that's kind of tentatively the plan. So we'll keep you guys posted. Definitely would be cool to link up with some locals down there. So yeah, we'll keep you posted, man. Maybe we'll go to Valley Nevado. That'd be awesome. TC with the super chat, no question. Thank you for the support, man. Try to keep an eye out for you here in the comments if you had a question there. And Rodrigo, how's the Kazu for powder? I think I actually was riding some powder out in a zone called Kybers in Whistler today on the Kazu, and it does pretty well. I had the stance centered. You definitely have to work a little bit. Unless you set the stance back, then it floats pretty well. But yeah, it was struggling in the Japan powder. I think that was like the real test. And even with the stance set back, like maybe if I set it back all the way, that would have been possible. But yeah, you got to work a little bit harder to keep it floating in the POW. And I see David Jones hopped on the live chat here. What's up, David? Glad you made it back to New Zealand. Well, man, good to see you. That's right, dude. I know it's crazy. That was yeah, that was awesome. Shout out to everyone who dropped super chats today. Mash Zokarov. The skeleton key was the skeleton key perfect for Whistler powder? It did really well. The review's going to come out very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And I enjoyed it. It surprised me. I think that honestly, the biggest standout for me was the stability because it's not like a super aggressive snowboard. It's got a ton of directional features going on, but it was charging through that kind of choppier stuff. We got some good powder that day that I was on it, but there was also some like decent chop. You were kind of breaking through to the bottom of the POW and hitting some crust, and it did really well. It offered some good float too, but I think you really had to have some speed for it to stay above the powder. We had like 30 centimeters, so it was fairly deep. But going slow, it didn't float too well. But with speed, it floated good. It was a fun board. Yeah, keep your eye peeled for the review, man. Adam just got home from shredding in a t-shirt at Wintergreen, Virginia. Nice, man. Dude, yeah, I've ridden Wintergreen before. I remember we had a giant slalom and a freestyle contest at Wintergreen back in the day when I went to App State. It's the only time I've been there. We also got Chris on the live chat. What's up, Chris? Dude, we only got one lap in today. Unfortunately, Chris and I got separated. We had like two groups going on, but yeah, we'll get some laps in again soon. Sick, guys. Thanks for all the questions and comments here. I'm just kind of going through some of the old comments here, the ones that are a little bit higher up. SM saying, I have the Ride Trident, very good boot, stiff, comfortable, and no heel lift at all. Yeah, I remember when I tried on the Trident that I found that it was very comfortable, held my heel in really well, but I can't really remember the flex off the top of my head, so I want to go try those on again. If they feel like the stiffness I want, I might have to go for them. They are expensive though, but they got all the bells and whistles, so it might be worth it. Tarzan Gomez, in your opinion, what are good pants and jacket for snowboarding? I'm rocking the Volcom articulated pants. Those have been my favorite pants. I've worn them. I think this is my fourth season, third or fourth season wearing them. Really like those guys. And then for the jacket, I'm wearing the Volcom Stretch Gore, and I think Stretch Gore-Tex is my favorite, man. It's so comfortable. You got the performance of the Gore-Tex, always waterproof, and it's a shell, which is what I prefer as well. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Stretch Gore from now on. I think I'll probably even get the Stretch Gore pants next year. But the articulated pants are good at 15K when it's like really wet here in Whistler. Sometimes you get that like really wet snow. Sometimes it's even like raining. I have had it kind of leach through a little bit on my knees. Have gotten a bit wet, but generally they do pretty well in all conditions. So yeah, the articulated pants I would recommend for sure. Matthias, have you ever tried Vans boots? I have not, but I've heard good things about them. My friend Bo wears Vans boots. You guys know Bo. He's been in a bunch of the recent videos, and he loves them. So I think Kevin might be trying some Vans boots soon, and yeah, we'll see what he thinks. I'm not opposed to trying Vans. I want to try them on in the store, I guess, before I commit. But yeah, I think they'd be pretty solid. I've heard a bunch of good things about them. All the David Jones quotes coming in. Very cool. Super epic. David, dude, hope that knee heals up, man. Hope it's starting to feel better. Braden Davidson, thoughts on the Capita DOA? What size for park? Capita DOA is a great snowboard. I definitely enjoy it a lot. I think it's a good kind of all-around board that's also fun for freestyle. Um, and personally, I would want to ride the 154. Uh, I'm uh, I'm about 150 pounds, 5'10", and I would prefer the 154. I could probably get away with the one size down as well, but that's kind of the size I would prefer personally. So maybe you can figure out what size you want based on that. But definitely a great board, and I would recommend it for sure. Yo, is Jenna on the chat? Mrs. Tulls? No, I think it's just David, which is I prefer David, I think. Gaming Garage. What do you think of Rosignol boards? I have the Rosignol Trick Stick. Awesome, man. Yeah, I think Rosignol makes a quality product. They have some really solid boards. I've enjoyed the ones that I've ridden, and I think it's cool that they have magnet traction. And yeah, great boards. I'd love to get on some more. I know someone in Colorado who maybe could help me get on some on that trip. So maybe we'll get a Rosignol review going when I'm in Colorado. But yeah, I haven't ridden too many. I've ridden the Sushi and I've ridden the what's it called? The Jib Saw. And I've also ridden the One Mag. I didn't get a review out on it, but those are the three that I've ridden. Excuse me, guys. And another kind of general question here from Lou Tang. What do you think about Solomon boards? I also like Solomon boards. I've ridden a wide range of their boards. I've been on the Villain, the Huck Knife, the Ultimate Ride, the Man's Board, the Six Stick, and yeah, they have a great range of snowboards. They're quality construction, good technology, and I think if there's a board on their line that kind of is appealing to you, I wouldn't hesitate to get on a Solomon. I think some people have had issues with the top sheet chipping, but I don't think that's like anything too major, really. You're going to have those kind of cosmetic flaws going on with pretty much any snowboard. So generally, I think they're pretty solid. But I haven't ridden one for a whole season. I haven't owned one personally. But I think from the reviews I've done, I've enjoyed their boards for sure. David Biraki. What are your thoughts on the LibTech box knife, and any idea when those sweet, sweet Board Archive beanies are coming back in stock? Oh, dude, thank you so much. Rocking the white one right now. They are sold out. Thank you so much, everyone who picked one up. I really appreciate it. Someone actually I ran into in Japan that was rocking the whiteboard archive beanie, came and said hello. I believe his name was Dustin. So thank you so much, everyone who's picked that up. It's awesome to see you guys repping the beanies and having the stickers and all that stuff. And I think I've decided I'm gonna reorder them for so there'll be more coming this season. So I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully they'll be here after the Jackson trip. Hopefully, definitely before Colorado. So sometime in February, I'm hoping to have a restock. I think I'm gonna do a new colorway as well. I'm gonna bring back the black ones and another color. It's gonna be different from white this time. So yeah, stoked. Thanks, guys. And the the actual question you had though was thoughts on the LibTech box knife. I actually am not too familiar with that one. I haven't ridden that many LibTech boards, and the ones I have ridden have been more they're kind of like all mountain style boards, like the T Rice and the TRS. Um, I rode the box scratcher. That was the board that injured my shoulder on. But I don't know about the box knife, man. So I don't have a whole lot of info I can pass along there. I'm not sure the specs off the top of my head either, so I can't really riff on that. But I'm sure it's a great board. I did enjoy the box scratcher despite getting hurt. I thought it was a lot of fun. And yeah, LibTech makes some great stuff. Zach Eigert, are you sponsored by Union, TJ? I am not sponsored by Union. I would love to be sponsored by Union. I would gladly accept that offer if it came. But no, they do send me some bindings every now and then. So yeah, they sent me the Stratas that I'm riding this year. They sent me the Forces that I was on last year, but there's no like contract deal or anything with Union. I just really enjoy their products, so I just speak honestly about them, and I'm happy to ride their stuff because I think it's legit. Adam Buells with the super chat, no question. Adam, if you had a question, man, keep an eye out. Thank you for the super chat. And Aldo, War Pig or Mountain Pig or Twin Pig for an everyday board? I would probably go War Pig, or if you're like a heavy freestyle rider, definitely go Twin Pig, obviously. But I think the War Pig really is like the best all-arounder. It's really fun for carving. It definitely has some additional float versus like a true twin. Like it's gonna float better than the Twin Pig. It's got that width, which makes it really fun for carving. It's like a nice mid flex. It's just a really solid all-around snowboard. And I think the Twin Pig is still a pretty fun all-arounder, but yeah, for just if I had one board to ride everything with, I'd probably go War Pig over Twin Pig. Rice Fields. Hey TJ, will you return to Mount Bachelor? I really enjoyed the trip to Bachelor when we were there. It's crazy that that was like almost 2 years ago now, I think. Haven't been back obviously since then, but I would love to go back. I think Bachelor is a very unique mountain. The riding in the snow and the terrain is just different from anywhere else I've been, and it's a lot of fun. So definitely hope to get back out to Bachelor sometime soon. Vaxer, what is the best park board in your opinion? There's a lot of great ones out there. I really like for just like jumping and rails and like pure park. I really like the Battalions and the Lobsters because they got the 3BT going on. The Evil Twin is one of my favorites. I also think like the Camrock snowboards tend to be a lot of fun in the park because you got that stability from the camber for jumps, but they're still very pressable with that rocker in the tips, like something like the Yes Greats, the Solomon Huck Knife, or the Never Summer Funslinger is a great park board as well. Going to be a little bit more jibby, got that rocker dominant profile. The GNU Headspace I really enjoy. It's also kind of a good all-arounder. It's tough to pick just one, man. I think it's too tough to pick just one, honestly. It depends on kind of all the influences on your riding, where you're going to be taking it, what kind of park riding you're going to do, maybe even what resort you're going to be riding at. So all the ones that I've mentioned though, I think are great. There's also a top 5 freestyle boards video that I did on Snowboard Procamp if you want to check it out. And I back all those boards. So yeah, hope that helps. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of the super chats here. We had a super chat come in from NGen. Please, let's give 1 minute of silence for the snowless boy, David. Moment of silence. David, I'm sure he's going to be up to some really fun stuff, though, even without the snow. I mean, you guys have seen his videos. He's always killing it. Doesn't matter where he's at. He's gonna bring the quality content, guys. Just don't even worry about it. It's going to happen. And then another super chat here from S. Victor. TJ, you and Kev inspire me to become a better snowboarder, keeping it fun and informational. Just got the T-Rice Pro. Would you recommend the Atlas or the Strata more? Thanks so much, man. I'm glad you've been watching the videos. I'm stoked that they've inspired you to get out there and ride more and progress your snowboarding. And for the T-Rice Pro, I would recommend the Atlas over the Strata for sure. I think that just that extra bit of rigidity and responsiveness, just that little bit of more beefiness that you're going to get in the Atlas, I think would be appreciated on the T-Rice. Awesome. I think we're all caught up there. And we got Josh Patterson. TJ, what was the best resort in Japan in your opinion? Hashtag Japal from Bo Pollard. The best resort in Japan? Oh man. It's tough, man. So like the Niseko United resorts, I think it was really cool. So you got like Hirafu. Um, the ones we rode mainly was Hirafu, Annapurri, and Hanazono, and I thought those were really cool because you could like come up, say Hirafu, and then you could ride Hanazono because they're all like right next to each other, and the lifts kind of interconnect, and there's gates that connect the resorts together. So I really liked. I mean, we found great zones at every resort. Like there was a great spot, I forget what it's called, but right hike up from the gondola off Hirafu with lots of pillow drops. It was great. Annapurri Gate 2 was probably, I think, overall my favorite zone. It's tough to say. Hanazono had like the Gate 5 and Gate 9, which was both really, really fun zones as well for like some really fun trees. Gate 2 on Annapurri was also like really fun trees. But then, like, I think the most like unique and like next level riding was at Risutsu. So if you are in Niseko, I'd recommend making the trek out to Risutsu for a day if you can. That was, yeah, the trees off the Isola gondola there at Risutsu were just insane. Yeah, I never seen anything like it. So if you get out there on a powder day, I promise you won't be disappointed. But all those places I mentioned are super fun. Vaughn. Yeah, man. I just think the thing about Union is that they're fully adjustable, and that's really like the adjustability and just like the convenience is what has kind of made me stick with them after I got onto them. They work well. They're fully adjustable, and yeah, I've had no problems, so I'm loyal. Oscar Kester, how long have you snowboarded? A long time, man. I think this is my 18th season or 19th season. I started when I was like 10 years old, and I didn't get my first season pass till I was 18, so it was just like a few days here and there till I got my first season pass. But yeah, day one I was hooked, man. So it was I started fairly young. Um, TC coming in here. Had a 143 centimeter, now have a 153. Riding switch takes much more effort, less maneuverable. What is your opinion on board length and person height? I'm 158 centimeters tall. I'm not sure how tall that is in Imperial, which is what I would need to go by. But really, it's more about your weight than your height. So as long as you fall within the weight range, I think that you should be fine. But if you're feeling like the 153 is just a little too much board, that's a pretty big jump, 10 centimeters. That's pretty massive jump actually. So yeah, I'm sure it feels quite different. But yeah, I think if you're only 7 centimeters taller than the board, then the board is pretty high on you. So um, yeah, you could size down, but without it really is about your weight, man. So just check out the weight scales, the sizing charts, and see where you fall. You could try to, if you want to ride a shorter board, try to ride where you're like on the very upper end of the weight scale, so you're still within the weight range, but you're riding like the shortest board that you can. Or you could even look at like a volume shifted board where you're supposed to ride them at a bit of a shorter length. So yeah. Paulo, TJ, is the 151 size Evil Twin good for me? Yeah, I think the 151 would be great, Paul. I personally would want the 154. I could definitely ride the 151 as well. And if I recall, we were roughly, similar size and weight. So, yeah, I think the 151 would be all good, man. Yeah, no worries there. Nice and maneuverable, especially, if you're taking it into the park, trying to get some rail stuff down, or, you know, initiate some quick rotations. That should be fine. Oh, Reggie. Thanks, Reggie. Okay, so guys, go check out Chris's YouTube channel, Chris Ayers. He's been on the chat here. Hopefully, you guys have been chatting with him. He's having his first live chat this Wednesday. So on Wednesday, go hang out with Chris. We're going to be on the road, so we'll definitely tune in, assuming we have cell service. So we'll be hanging out on the chat as well. Chris Ayers, check out the YouTube channel and live chat on Wednesday. Sick. Leo Zhang, hey TJ, do you think waxing is mandatory? Yeah, man, I think pretty much. You definitely want to wax your board. Even I guess if you have an extruded base, it makes less of an impact for waxing because it's a non-porous base material. But I would say really I would wax any board on it. Any board that I had, I would be waxing it between every 3 to 5 times that I ride. So yeah, definitely wax up. I should have waxed before today. Honestly, if you guys have like crazy cold weather like this rolling through your area, I would try to match the temperature of the wax to the conditions as well. I actually think I might go pick up some cold temp wax. Usually I just use the all temperature. I just bought some new wax and it was all temp, but I think I'm gonna get some cold temp wax because it's just so cold. You got like that real crystallized snow, and it is grippy. Like there was points today where like the snow just felt like carpet. And my board is waxed, so keep that in mind as well. David Kaplan, opinions on treated leather gloves for warmth slash waterproofness. Yeah, so I might do a video on this. I don't know if I will, but I just actually picked up some Nick Wax waterproofing, kind of like, I don't know what it's called. I want to say ointment, but that's definitely not the right word. But I got some Nick Wax like leather waterproof stuff to put on my Oyuki gloves. They're Gore-Tex, so I haven't had any issues with the water actually coming through and making my hands wet, but that leather has gotten soaked. And so then I do have to dry the gloves overnight so they're good for the next day. So I'm going to try to do that Nick Wax leather waterproofing, and hopefully that will fix that problem. I just got the AK oven mitt as well, and they have a bit of leather on the palms, so I'm gonna waterproof those as well, and I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. But yeah, definitely worth treating the leather gloves there with the Nick Wax waterproof stuff. Masher, what brand helmet do you wear? I wear Sandbox, local Whistler company here. Been rocking their stuff for years now. And yeah, I wear the Classic 2.0 if you want to check out the helmet that I wear. I've been very happy with it. Awesome, guys. LTR, is the Battalion Surfer too soft? I saw a lot of reviews saying so. So I rode the 159 in the review. Hopefully you guys have seen the review I made on the Surfer, and I found it to be kind of a mid flex. 159 is honestly a bit bigger than I normally ride. I'd probably, if I was going to purchase that board, I think I would get the 154. I think those are the two sizes that it comes in. They might have some other ones as well, but those are the two I know of off the top of my head. Anyway, it felt like a nice mid flex. I felt like the 5.9 actually did have some good stability to it, even with that crazy deep swallowtail that it has. It still felt pretty good. I was like able to get some good ollies with it. I could dip the tail down and kind of catch those tips of the swallowtail, and it'd bring the board down when I needed that to happen. So I was pretty happy with it. I think the 154 would definitely feel a good bit softer. I don't know if I would say that it's too soft, but it's just going to be, a little bit softer, a little bit less stable. But I find that a lot of those really pure powder specific boards tend to have a softer flex anyway, I think, to just kind of help that board bend and stay above the snow. So short answer is no, I don't think it's too soft. Jace asking about the Nitro Squash. Go check out the review, man. There's a full review on that board. I give you all my thoughts on it. And yeah, that's a good one too. And that's it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for all the great questions today. I think there's a couple more super chats that came in here. We got Dakota. Just bought the Union Force. Not stoked about the fat heel strap. What are some good straps to switch to? Dakota, hit up Union and see if you can get their EXO frame. Or no, the new one is the Forma ankle strap. See if you can, or even go to their website. I think they actually sell parts directly on Union's website. So then you could avoid the phone call or email or whatever, and try to get either the EXO frame, which used to be their highest end strap. This year they introduced the Forma ankle strap, which I'm super happy with, and I think that would change the game for you if you don't like that one. I actually have heard of people throwing the Burton ankle straps on Unions as well, so I think there's some kind of MacGyvering you can do to make that happen if you have some old like Burton hammock straps. And Ride Beside, do you have someone local there that you can recommend for board waxing? Going to be up there and not going to wax before I go. Ride Beside, definitely go check out Underground Tuning on Main Street. They're kind of like if there's an entrance to like a hotel, and they're like right there on the right. They got a great little shop going on. They'll take care of you. Quick turnaround, quality crew and they can do anything for you. So if you do have any like base damage or whatever, they'll fix that up for you as well. Yeah, give them a shout out and tell them Board Archive, TJ, Kevin, Snowboardprocamp, Chris, tell them we sent you. Yeah, Underground Tuning, great guys over there. And LTR, hey Tej, Storm Chaser or Battalion Surfer for dedicated Japow board? I already have a prototype too, if that makes a difference. I would go Surfer, man, just because, I don't know, the Storm Chaser is great, but even in the Japow, which is like probably the best powder I'm ever going to get, I think I appreciate just having a little bit more tail than the Surfer offers. I mean, than the Storm Chaser offers. I still really like the Storm Chaser. I don't regret buying it at all. I'm going to continue to ride it throughout the season on those deep days. But the Surfer just has a little bit more tail and is just a little bit more versatile while still offering just like unsinkable float. It's like a boat out there, man. So I would go Surfer. That would be my recommendation. Awesome, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it for the live chat today. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Thank you for all the great questions. Thank you for the super chats. I really, really appreciate the support. Want to give a special shout out to Crimson Project. That was next level, man. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you guys have a great season out there. Hope you enjoy riding with your 3-year-old kid. That sounds epic. And yeah, follow me on Instagram if you want to keep up with everything during the week at Board Archive. Check out Chris's live chat on Wednesday over on his channel, Chris Ayers. Snowboard Pro Camp live chat going down every Friday, so stay tuned for that as well. We'll have more videos coming out, and I'll be back live here on Monday. So hope to see you guys here on Monday. Hope y'all have a great week, and yeah, take care.